Hello and welcome to Ian's Bricks. I'm Ian and today I will be opening, building and reviewing this set here. This is the 2022 modular building from Lego. It is set number 10297. There are 3,066 pieces, just reading it all off the box, and it's called the Boutique Hotel. I think this looks brilliant. Maybe some of the internal bits aren't fantastic, but I just love the way that the whole thing looks from the outside. What's interesting with Lego is it's a corner building, but what they have done is they've slightly tapered off this left hand side. Now you don't really get the view of it here, but obviously you can see the base here. This little art El Cubo fine art place in the corner there looks quite cute as well. But yeah, just the shape of the building, just sort of something different again from Lego. So it's always nice to see that they're doing that kind of thing. Apparently there are some Easter eggs to some older sets within the modular building line. So for example, one of the original sets, the Cafe Corner, there's a little coffee cart here with the same yellow and white awning that they had on that. And with the Grand Emporium, the shop that they had, the department store, there's a couple of flags on the outside as well. There's a few other things as well, but they're a little bit more tenuous than that. So the box is a really nice big box in this black style. We have this 15 years modular buildings collection typeface on the top there. And if I just sort of show you the side of the box, what that looks like, it's quite interesting that we have a sort of a little side build of the hotel there. Just lift that up so you can see. And then on the back of the box, goodness me, all sorts going on here. I'll bring the box a bit closer. So we have on the top here in the corner, we have sort of how the set goes together with all the different layers. We have a big picture here of all of the modular buildings that are out at the moment. So we have the police station and we have the bookstore there as well. I think Assembly Square is not on that picture, but that is still available. And then we have some shots as well at the bottom of the box, and they just sort of show you the different sort of things that are inside the actual build as well. With my hand out of the way. So all in all, it's a fabulous set. I'm really looking forward to building this, so let's get this baby open. I'm going to open it from this side. This tab here is loose, so I thought the other side is a bit better sealed. So what I'm going to do, I've got my trusty knife. Let's just get this open. It's probably not going to go because there's no tension in that. Great, there we are. Right, let's see what's inside. Oh, goodness me. I think that's everything. Is that empty? Looks empty to me. Right, so we have the base plate, loads of different numbered bags, and there's the instruction book. Really nice thick instruction booklet. So let's have a look at that and sort some of these bags out. Here we have all the pieces laid out then, so we have a total of 14 different numbered bags. There are sometimes 2 bags per number, obviously starting from 1, 2, 3 here. They're the lower floors, 4, 5, 6, and we have 7, 8, 9 and 10 for probably the middle floors, and then the top floors here on the right hand side. So yeah, quite a lot of different numbered bags. It makes it easier to build, which is always good. Really nice instruction booklet. I like what they've done, the fact they've done it on this sort of landscape thing here. And of course what they do is they just introduce you to 15 years of modular buildings, just a little bit of a welcome here. They've got a really nice sort of layout here, done in almost architectural style of all the different buildings they've had over the years. That's really nice how they've done all of that. So that looks really good. And what they do have is they also have a picture of some of the designers that they've had for all of the modular buildings over the years. As you can see, there's 17 I think of them now, is that right? So there's a lot of different buildings. There's the one that we're building there, right at the front. So really nice to have that little introduction there. And it pretty much after that gets straight into the build. I mean, it shows you bags 1 to 7 are for the ground floor, bags 8, 9 and 10 are for the middle floor, and 11 to 14 make up the top floor. It kind of just gets straight into it. There are obviously some interesting little notes. They do this now in the booklets. They sort of put little bits of text all the way through, just show you some of the sections, how it kind of looks as you're building it. Looks very, very good. You see about the angle that we've got here, so it's not a complete square here. So it's very good. I love that angle on there. It means the middle floors are a little bit weird, but you get the idea. So I'm looking forward to building this. Let's just scoot right to the back of the pages. Oh, there we go. There's the coffee cot, and there's the finished building there. That looks fabulous. Oh, and it actually tells you here. Look, it says I mentioned about the coffee cot being a link to the cafe corner. It was the first modular building, set 10182, and the awning is in yellow and white. So nice they do that right at the end there. They have the pieces, and that's pretty much it, and just a layout as well. Right, let's get this built then. We have the standard 32 by 32 light grey base plate, but because I'm putting the model in my Lego City, I'm going to be using 4 of the 16 by 16 dark grey. As you can see, they're slightly higher, but they'll fit in my city perfectly. And here are the contents of bag 1. This is what it looks like with bag 1 completed. Contents of bag 2. Bag 2's all done, and in this part of the build you can see the rather nice floor. I love how they've done this with all these tiles. It looks amazing. We've got the start of the curved wall coming in here. That's all done, and we have the dumpster out the back. That looks pretty good. On to bag 3. Bag 3 contents. Notice the keys that we have here. There's a couple of nice printed pieces within bag 3. There's the front of the telephone here with the old-fashioned dial on there, which looks great. And we also have this guest visitors signing in book here. I'm guessing these names here, Diane, Minnie, Clark, Joe, can't read a couple of them, bad handwriting, are probably the designers of the set. Section 3 is done, and the wall started to build up now. We've got this art thing on the wall of the art centre there, and on the other side is we have the keys. It's quite a nice build how that goes together. I do like this. I didn't spot this in the original when I was looking at it originally, so I really like that. So yeah, the steps are in as well, so it's looking pretty good. And the bag 4 contents. The build of this piece of art was quite interesting. It's just sort of some bricks not on top, and yeah, just very interesting how that all went together, and then it all just sort of fits on to the side of the wall like that. Very clever. There's a really nice printed piece here, which is obviously a piece of modern art, just on a 2x4 tile. Very nice. The final piece of modern art is this, which is a representation of the logo that Lego used to use for Creator Expert, which is very clever how that they've done that. A very interesting side build here. So this actually goes to make up part of the steps which lead to the little sort of bar area on the first level, but as well as having the steps, you have this little water fountain thing here. I think it's a water fountain, and then on the other side, on the inside of it, there's kind of like a bust, so that obviously faces into the art gallery, which is very clever how that works. And the whole thing, if I just sort of slot it in here like this, just fits in there, and obviously that just finishes off the art gallery. And I'll just sort of show you what it looks like at this side, because once the roof's on, that's going to be quite difficult to see. So it's pretty compact in there, pretty full, but I do like what they've done with everything. All the art pieces look pretty good. The final build of bag 4 is sort of this, and it actually goes to make up the stairs. So you basically take it, but you turn it sideways, and then that just fits on there like that, if I can get that in properly. There we are, all very clever. That's how everything looks after bag 4 then. It's mostly the art gallery that's been done on this particular bag. Here are the contents of bag 5. We have a printed clock face piece, which is quite nice. Here we have what things look like after bag 5 has been completed. The roof is all sort of to a nice level now, and we have the roof, or the walls up to the top on the art art gallery as well. Oh, and a really nice picture at the back. I like this. I mean, it's literally just done by one tiles, but it's really good. I like that. That's good fun. Here are the contents of bag 6. A couple of nice printed pieces here. We have the hotel sign on the left hand side there. It's a 5-star hotel apparently. And this here, which apparently has got a few little Easter eggs to some older modular buildings. The ones I can spot is we have the Ace Detective, which is that one there. Get my finger in. Ace. That was that was the detective's office. Boxing lessons. That was in the diner, I think. The scissors. That was the hairdresser. I forget which one that was in now. And we have the roller, and that was in the pet shop. I think there was a house that was being done up. Anyway, quite nice to get some really nice printed tiles. Bag 6 complete then. So here we have the ground floor all completed, and that looks pretty good. Quite impressed with that. On to the next level. On to bag 7 next then. So interestingly, the instructions have bag 7 as being part of the lower of the ground floor, and from bags 8 onwards for the middle floor. However, I can definitely guarantee that bag 7 starts off the middle floor. Interesting. Let's get these bags open then. Here are the parts for bag 7. As you can see, we have lots of plates and lots of these new light nugget coloured pieces. So this is the base of bag 7, and it's interesting how they go together, these two pieces. You basically have this piece here and this smaller thin piece here, which interesting shape, and then you literally just turn them over, and on the back of here we have a little joining piece here, and they literally just fit on like that. If I can get that to work with doing it with one hand. There we go, that fits on like that. It's still a little bit loose there, but you get the idea. And obviously we can turn it over. Oh, it's come off straight away, look at that. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's fit that in. There we go. And that's what the base looks like without any other pieces on. Here we have bag 7 completed. Here are the contents of bag 8. We have a printed piece here, which is pretty commonplace amongst Lego, and these rather interesting curved window pieces. Not seen those before. Nice little desk built here, and there's a printed piece there for the typewriter, which looks pretty good. There's an interesting way of building this bed. So you build the base, which is fairly straightforward, but there's a studs not on top thing there. You build a little piece and attach that on like that, and that looks pretty good, I think. Really impressed how that looks. So that's bag 8 completed, looking quite good now. We have this lovely bay window in the front. I do like that curved window, and we have furniture. We have the beds and chairs and desks and things like that, so really nice little chair in there as well. So that's looking pretty good. Bag number 9. And we have this interesting piece here, which I've never seen here, printed piece, which is rather nice, little calculator. Have this small wardrobe build, which is quite nice, but what's interesting, if you look at the back side here, you can see it's got a little hanging rail, which is really interesting, really good. That's bag 9 completed then, and as you can see, we've sort of got the whole of the middle level done, just sort of show you all the way around. Looks pretty good. We have stairs going all the way up to the top floor, which hasn't been built yet. Just sort of show you what it looks like in the rooms. And it looks pretty good from the front as well. This end of the building looks really good. Here we have the contents of bag number 10. Very interesting how this plate is made up. This is for the bar area, and you can see on the back it's a real mishmash of shapes, colours and sizes and all sorts of things, but very clever. You've got some joint pieces there as well, so yeah, very interesting how that all goes together. This is bag 10 completed. It's just the little bar area with the palm tree, which looks really good, the little bar area. And at the front, I forgot to point out earlier, but we have this printed sign here, the El Cubo Fine Art for the store that's down below, and then that just basically fits on top it should just fit in like that. I need to press it down, but you get the idea. Here are the contents of bag 11. Obviously we're getting into the sand green colours now, and one printed piece here which I've never seen before, which actually goes in the TV makeup. Just this little tile here, very small, as you can see. It's just blank on one side, fits in one of the window pieces, but that's really nice. I like that. Bag 11 completed. Just to show you what it looks like from that angle as well. Starting of the bathroom here. And we've got the build for the TV, which looks pretty good. Old-fashioned style TV. I love the toilet roll holder as well next to the toilet. That's quite good. And that's that gold piece there that's sticking up is a gun, believe it or not. Here are the contents of bag number 12, including this rather interesting case piece, which I've not seen before in Lego sets. This is the build for the bath that they have in the set. It's quite interesting. You have the tap with the plug hole down there, a couple of little condiments on the side and the legs on the bath, and that just literally fits in there like that. I really like this sofa build that they've done here. That's very good. I mean, it's sort of built really like that, but yeah, very clever how that's all built. Really nice build for the bed that goes in the room on the top floor. We have a printed piece there for the chocolate on the pillow, which is quite nice, just to show you what the underside looks like. Very nice. This is how it looks with bag 12 completed. Here's bag 13, and in here we get this printed piece here, which is the mirror. It's a nice just a flat tile with a mirror printed on. You can't actually see anything in there, there's no reflection in there, unfortunately. Another wardrobe build here for the top floor, and just like the way how they've done that. No rail in this one, unfortunately. It's just got open at the back, but that sort of slots into this area here, which you sort of pre-built earlier on, and that just slots in there like that. Very nice. And this is what it looks like with bag 13 completed. Basically most of the workings of this floor are all done now. We have a door in there which goes into the room. Looks very nice from that angle. And obviously we have quite a lot of furniture, and we have the wardrobe I was showing you, the chairs, a little table with a bottle. You've got the bed with some bedside lamps, and then in the corner there is where the TV and the lamp. Of course we have the bathroom as well, toilet at one side, bath and sink at the other, and then just in the corner there, that's where the hole is that leads down to the lower floors. All looking very nice indeed. Looking pretty good so far then, nearly done. Onto the final bag, bag 14, and these are all the pieces from that. Here we have the roof piece then, and as you can see, it looks really nice. I love this this sort of round bit on the front here. Just sort of tops it off nicely. You have an air a window vent as well, a skylight even, and they just sort of pop up like that. And we have some intricate design around here, which is made of serpents. So it's all very nice how that goes, and also in the final bag you get this small coffee cart here, which is quite cute. And also this little minifigure as well. So let's put everything together. Here we have the completed build then, and I think you can agree this looks pretty good. I'm very impressed how this all goes together. I think it looks good from the front and the side. Just sort of spin the whole thing around so you sort of get the full overview of how the whole set looks. Obviously the side of it is not supposed to look the best, but that's what it does look like, so not too much going on there, just a couple of different colours here and there. And on the back, even the back of it looks actually quite good from this angle. Obviously you've got a bit of dead space here. Interesting that the pinpoints go in the skip in the trash can there, and there's another pinpoint there. That's where you attach the other buildings to, but that looks pretty good. And then we obviously have this angle here, which has got the art gallery as well. So it all looks pretty good. I think what I will do is just sort of show you a few details and how it looks as you take each floor off. So I think I've pretty much covered most of the parts as I've actually gone through the build. But if we just take this top section off here, you can see that's relatively straightforward. It just does that part there with this round bit at the front, which looks brilliant. You obviously have the main master boutique bedroom here with all the features that I went through earlier, so there's not a lot more else to talk about there. Let me just take that off. There we go. And then we have the middle floor here, which has got the 2 bedrooms, the budget bedroom there. Just move my light over so you can see. There we go. And the other bedroom as well, which is a bit of a weird shape, I have to say. The shape of this room here is just a bit odd. I get why they've had to do it. That's, you know, there's the whole thing about having this sort of strange angle on the corner, but it still looks okay. And then if we obviously take this bit off here, if it's going to come off, there we go, and that will show us the ground floor area here. Staircase, actually, I really like in this. Bit of dead space underneath there, which I'm not sure. I think what you're supposed to do is pop the cart in. So we have this cart here, which I don't think I showed you earlier. This is just one of the minifigures here. And I just like how it's finished off. I wasn't too sure about this ground floor, first of all, when I first saw it. I thought it was a bit bare and a bit sparse, but with the floor pattern, they've got the sofa there, we have the telephone and the keys and the piece of art at the back, and it looks quite good. And obviously we have this small bar area here, which is pretty small, pretty tiny. The palm tree, I think, looks okay, but then obviously we can take the whole of this off here. There we go, and that will get us into the art gallery, which I showed in a bit of detail in the build. So that all looks pretty good. Let's have a look at the minifigures in more detail. We have 7 minifigures altogether. We have the guests of the hotel. So this lady here, who's very fancy and got an umbrella, sun umbrella, and carrying a bag behind her. Her room is the posh room on the top floor. We have the budget traveller here. She has a backpack and a camera. We have the businessman here. I think he's doing some business at the art gallery. He's got his little suitcase and his bowler hat, which I like. We've got the lady, which I think is supposed to be running the art gallery. She's sort of very trendy with her sort of fancy glasses on. And then we have 2 employees of the hotel, a male and female, both with the same uniform. And we also have the guy selling the coffee cart. He's the only one with leg printing on. All the rest of them do have some decent body printing as well. So she's just got a sort of hooded top on there. So yeah, they all look pretty good. So let's have a look at the other sides of the minifigures. Only 2 of the minifigures, which are 2 of the guests, have alternate faces. We have the fancy lady who's got sunglasses on, and we have the lady there that's asleep. And the back printing, as you can see, she's just sort of got a bow at the back of her uniform there. This is just sort of a hoodie thing here. None of the rest have faces, but they all have some back printing to some extent. Not a lot going on with those 2 there. A little bit going on there with the 2 employees of the hotel, and just a small bit of back printing there for the coffee guy. Here we have all of the spare pieces that come with the set. As you can see, there's quite a lot. They're all pretty small. These sort of weird bits here, they were what the keys were attached to, and the extra printed tiles. We have that the 2 eyepieces, which are fairly common. But the calculator, that's the first one of those I've seen, so I like that piece there. So yeah, lots of interesting pieces as extras. Just a couple more things I wanted to point out with the build. I do like the way, obviously, with the skylight, how you can look in and actually look into the upper bedroom here. You can see the 2 doors, one to the bathroom, and that was the door into the hotel. So that's quite nice that you can see in there. Obviously, I've got the light shining into it. You can probably see the other side a little bit as well. So not a lot of privacy if someone's got a drone. And also on the back side of the property, the only thing that really kind of lets it down of the building is sort of this gap that you get here. Now I understand why the gap is there. You get a little bit of colour poking through as well. This is obviously where they've had to make the joint. I don't know what else they could have done here, but it just looks a bit untidy, I find, all of this sort of gap here. And obviously we have this sort of huge gap down there, which is just it literally it just goes straight into the building. So if it rained in Lego Town, the people are going to get wet in this hotel. It's only a minor thing, but I just think it's slightly disappointing, really. But anyway, you don't really get to see it. So the building most of the time, and I've knocked the fire hydrant down, is going to be from this sort of angle here. So you're probably not going to see that. But I think all in all, I think this looks a pretty amazing building. So I have to say, I really enjoyed this build. This is probably one of my favourite modular buildings. I know I've only built it once, and there's some other great sets to compare it to. But I just think it's nice how they've done something a little bit different. The shape of the building, yes, it's got its slight downfall, but I think ultimately the shape of it sort of, it just makes it just so different from any of the other modular buildings that there are, and I just really like it. Lots of detail in there, lots of interesting builds, lots of interesting pieces and colours and all that kind of stuff. So I really like it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and just hope that the modular buildings that they do in the future are going to be as good as this, or if not better. So anyway, I hope you like this detailed review, and please like and comment if you haven't already. Thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care.